Welcome to the Steve Show. Today we're going to talk about how do you have a culture in your business that your clients love. If you have staff that they're in love with working there, everyone is super passionate. You've got to develop a culture in your business. I've actually heard other speakers and people out there right now saying, don't worry about your vision, mission, and values. It's overrated now. Like just start, telling a story and just go. And stories are important, but your vision, mission, and values are so important. And I want to prove it to you right now. I actually even want to show you this book. If you haven't read this yet, the book is Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh, who is the founder of Zappos. So this book outlines pretty much exactly what I'm going to talk about. And these are things that I was already doing, but he just says it so well, and his story really shares. So just briefly, Tony Hsieh owned a technology company in the San Francisco Bay Area, built it up. I forget the exact numbers, but they sold it for like 300 million or something, but they had partners and they split it up. And Tony Hsieh was given, I think, $4 or $5 million to stay on for 2 years to help facilitate the transition to the new owners. Well, he couldn't even do it. He quit, gave him the money back, and moved on. And the reason is he hated his own company, which is crazy. But what had happened is whenever they needed a programmer or they needed this position or whatever it is, they hired the best person for that position, even if they didn't believe in the culture, even if they weren't aligned with the culture. And what happened is it was a complete hodgepodge. You had people, all different kinds of people there. And so there was no unified culture. So he actually didn't want to go into work there anymore because the whole experience was not fun. And that's going to go everywhere. If the founder of the company isn't even having fun at the company anymore, what do you think the rest of the staff is doing? What do you think your clients are feeling? It affects everything. So that's why I want to tell you right now. Then when he started Zappos, I actually had the opportunity. I was at an event that Tony was talking at, and he was talking right when he was launching Zappos. And I remember even some people were, after they had a cocktail bit and people were getting their cocktails, and these two guys at the bar were like, I can't believe this guy's an idiot. What woman is gonna buy shoes online? Well, obviously Tony Hsieh proved him wrong, and he built over $1 billion online shoe business, which is crazy. And here's what changed. When he started building Zappos, if he needed a programmer, even if their programming skills were here, when the top would be up here, then he actually got the people that had more of the culture alignment. Because you can teach people skills, but it's really hard to teach them in their beliefs and their culture. Like, what is their identity? It's much more work to change someone's beliefs or identity. It's a lot easier to teach them skills. So he was willing to hire people that didn't have all the skills that he necessarily wanted because he knew he could teach them that. But number one thing, he looked for somebody that connected with the vision, was all about the mission, and had the values that the company had. So just so you can see how clear this is, because a lot of people get confused with vision, mission, and values, I just want you to understand what I believe they are. There's a lot of different definitions out there, but this is the most clear for me. And before I tell you, just think about it. Whenever you look at a vision and a mission, do you ever notice how sometimes they almost sound exactly the same and you're like, what's the deal? It's because people haven't really defined it in this way. So your vision is where you're going to go. Where are you going to go? Your mission is how you're going to get there, and the values are what you're going to live by on the journey. So just as an example, let's say we're going to take a trip to New York, and I'm over here in California. So I'm like, we're going to go to New York. That's the vision. How are we going to get there? We're going to do a road trip, and it's going to be epic, right? We're going to have this epic road trip. So that's kind of our mission. We're going to go on this epic road trip to get to New York. And then the third step is the values. That is, who do we let in the car? Who's allowed in the car? That's what your values are. So you got to define who's allowed in your company, who are you going to work with, and you need to abide by it. So when you're sitting in front of a client, does that client have the values you have? If they don't, it's probably not going to be a fun experience, and you shouldn't work with them. When you're hiring someone, do they believe in the vision? Are they all about the mission, and do they carry the values? Because if someone is deciding to get in the car and they're going to ride with you and they have stinky feet and they refuse to wear shoes, then it's a problem, right? Or that person that decides I'm not going to take a shower on the whole road trip, that might be outside of your values. So you need to decide what you're going to do with your company. And it's going to make all the difference, I promise you, in what happens and how you grow the company. And, Tony Hsieh has made a merger or sold the company to Amazon, but he still works with Zappos because he loves the company now. So talk about going from one side, not even wanting to be a part of your company, to completely being in love with your company. I definitely really, really advise you to give some thought to your vision, mission, and values. We're already getting to double digits. Episode 10. Woo! Take one.